Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I'm super excited to announce the release of my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. If you're ready to alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level in 2021, head over to goldenkey.gift to download the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD. All right, all you positive heads, welcome back to another episode. Here we go. It is a terrific Thursday. A fabulous Thursday. I feel like Terrific Tuesday works a lot better than Terrific Thursday. So, yeah, fabulous. I think I just can we make that a word, please? Please. I mean, it's kind of I'm fabulous. Fabulous is kind of fabulous, right? It's kind of it feels just like next level. Oh, me. All right. It's going to be a long episode, guys. Hang in there. Here we go. I'm going to start off with a review by Beautiful Butterflies on iTunes. You guys know I love my iTunes reviews. They help us to reach new people. And definitely fuel my fire to continue this labor of love. So if you haven't reviewed on iTunes, please do so. Also, while I'm thinking of it, we're now on Spotify. Spotify is quickly becoming a big outlet for podcasts. So if you do have a Spotify account, if you could go and follow the show, even if you're listening on iTunes or SoundCloud or anywhere else that it's posted, that will help us to get noticed by new listeners. So same thing as reviewing on iTunes does. And anyway, so this one came in by Beautiful Butterflies, and Beautiful Butterflies said, "Eternally grateful. This review is long overdue. I discovered the Positive Head podcast roughly 2 years ago when I was looking for ways to live a more positive and happy life and knowing nothing about spirituality. I actually plan to go back and listen to each episode over again, and each word has new meaning. I find it truly amazing how understanding can settle in years after reading or hearing information simply based off your life perspective and state of consciousness. Thanks to you, Brandon, for starting me on this path and direction. I'm now in the process of starting my own spiritual-based business to help others heal their emotional blockages, paradigms, limiting beliefs, and assist in the expansion of their consciousness. As I truly understand now why you do this every day and the desire and passion behind wanting to help others live their best lives and find inner peace, harmony, and a sense of meaning and fulfillment in their lives. And it all started with a search for positivity, and I would have never thought I'd be on the path I'm now on today. Thank you so much, Brandon." The end. Thank you. The beginning for Beautiful Butterflies. So blessed and honored to play a role in your fabulous transformation from the caterpillar to the butterfly that we are all just reflecting back to each other as our Imaginell cells come online and reach out and connect with others who then connect with others, and on it goes. Such a beautiful process. So thank you. I am also eternally grateful. All right. So today, what are we going to talk about? Well, it's been a minute since I've taken a question. So there was a question that came in just this morning, and it felt like, oftentimes I'll get questions, and some of you guys have asked questions and I haven't ever answered them. I haven't gotten around to all of them. And then sometimes people will ask questions and it just happens to be right before I'm going to record, and it feels like, I should go here. I should deal with this. And there was a little bit of synchronicity with a conversation I had the other day with Chris Jackson after we recorded that is basically right along the lines of the same question. And it just felt like this is one that I should take today. So let's see here. It came in from Jennifer. And by the way, guys, If you would like to write in a question to Brandon@positivehead.com, you can do that, or on the Positive Heads Facebook group, a great place to open up with personal questions, thoughts, connect with other listeners. It is a private group so that you can get vulnerable and personal if you'd like, and love to see all your shiny, happy faces there. But you can email as well. And I may get to the questions. And hopefully you understand if I don't. There is a lot to cover and a lot coming in, but if it's meant, I will, and if not, you'll get the answer another way, because at the end of the day, you all have the answers within you, right? I can't tell anyone anything they don't already know. It's a matter of remembering what we've forgotten. That's a beautiful thing about what we're teaching in general on this show. What I'm learning on this show is I have the answers within me, and so do you. And it's all a remembering as we re-member and come back together as the oneness that we are. So, all right, into today's question. This is from Jennifer Henry. Jennifer said, "Hi, Brandon. I discovered your podcast this winter during a difficult time in my life. I'm grateful for the insight I have gained through each episode, and I find the format and length of the podcast perfect to fit into my daily life. I can steal away 30 minutes to myself each day without feeling like I'm neglecting my family or failing to be present with them. Thank you. My question was this. This winter, I ended up severing ties with a close pair of friends. We had all come from difficult life experiences, and we bonded to the point that we all considered each other to be family. We'd refer to ourselves as our quote-unquote real family versus our blood family. Despite living 3 states away from each other, we'd still get together regularly, and we always had an amazing time. I was not an easy friend to have, though. I became caught up in rabbit holes and dark places from my past, and I was no longer the sort of person that anyone would want to be around. Essentially, I was toxic. I said some things and I did some things that made these friends sever ties with me. I betrayed them through my actions. The experience was eye-opening for me. I always had feared being the toxic person. It was not a person I wanted to be. When I realized what I had done, I started changing my life for the better. I started listening to this podcast and others. I started exercising, eating healthier. I started being present with my husband and children. I started to focus on the journey and not the past or the future. I let my past go. I let my anxieties about the future go. I've read numerous books to help me grow and understand their perspective. I've listened to TED Talks. I've written in my journal every day. I've embraced more creativity in my life. As a result, I've been able to really change my life for the better. Sure, every once in a while I start to slip, but I recognize it now and adjust things accordingly. I will add here that I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I take lithium every day to manage it. I have done so for more than a decade. I don't want to use that diagnosis as an excuse of any sort, so generally I leave it out of an explanation about the situation. My friends were aware of my mental illness. I've recently accepted a new job, one that I'm excited to try, and I feel I owe getting that job to this person that I am right now. I've come so far. I've grown so much. I'm so proud, but I haven't been able to mend things with my friends. There's still a hole there. I've reached out to them repeatedly. I've explained all of this to them. They blocked me and ghosted me and won't respond at all. I don't know what else to do. Others tell me, let them go and move on with life. I don't want them to become a negative rabbit hole as well, but I do want to fix things. We all hear about toxic people, but we don't expect to be the toxic person. What happens when you find out that the toxic person is you? How do you change that perception? Thanks so much for all that you do. You've changed my life and helped me let go of a lifetime of darkness. Thank you. Sincerely, Jen Henry. Well, Jen, thank you for that very lengthy explanation and question. And it's one that I was just talking about, as I said, on the last daily episode with Chris and my friend Amy. We were discussing this very topic when someone that you love and care about no longer will connect to you, and they won't communicate, and they've cut you off, and it hurts, right? It hurts a lot. That being said, the first thing that comes to mind is, what good has come from it? There's a lot. Look at all the changes you've made because of that. And, sometimes we get attached to the roles that people are supposed to take in our lives. And we decide that, they're supposed to be along for the ride forever. Wayne Dyer talked about, and you guys have heard me talk about it before, your life is like that bus where if you have ever taken the bus, and especially if you've taken the bus repeatedly, right, and you see the same people, this person gets on at this stop. Now they get off here. Sometimes some people get on get on your bus and they're there for one stop. They're there for 20 stops. They're there for the whole duration, the whole lifetime, if you comparatively speaking. But people get on and off, and sometimes they get off and they come back on later. So when you can understand that they've played their role up to this point, and it's helped you to become more the next greatest and grandest version of yourself, as you explained so eloquently. And that is powerful. What a wonderful gift. A lot of times with people, we're holding on to what they represented to us. You loved the camaraderie of them. You loved the fact, how much fun you had, and you were family, soul family, not blood family. Well, guess what? The universe can bring that to you in an infinite myriad of ways. These were just props in your movie, and they're now teaching you the next lesson. They taught you first how to clean up any toxicity in yourself. Now they're teaching you the lesson of letting go. Lao Tzu said, by letting it go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let it go. But when you try and try, the world is beyond the winning. Osho said, I love because my love is not dependent on the object of my love. My love is dependent on my state of being. So whether the other person changes, becomes different, friend turns into a foe, does not matter, because my love was never dependent on the other person. My love is my state of being. I simply love. And you can apply that to them. I think of the movie Adaptation, and this is a scene where there's twins in the movie, and I think it's Nicolas Cage, if I recall. It's been a long time since I've seen it. But he talks to his brother. It's like, my love was never dependent on you loving me back. And that's what Chris and I were talking about the other day. You can understand and respect people's process and their own journey, and you can love them from a distance. And you can maybe from time to time, if it feels right and not forced, send them, hey, thinking of you, hope you're well, not with an expectation or a need, or I'm trying to get something out of this. And over time, this is just one thought, one idea. In some cases, it may be appropriate, in others, maybe not. But, reaching out, every now and then, without expectation, without force, without a lot of emotional charge to it, just letting them see that you have this unconditional care. You really care. Hey, thinking of you, just hoping you're doing really, really well, and saying it in a way where it's not charged with a lot of, and I need our friendship to be the best thing ever again, and I need you to forgive me, and you don't need anything. They've played the role. Rumi said, try something different, surrender. And that's a powerful one. Just be the love that you are. Be the love that you're learning to be because of this. Now they're teaching you a new lesson. They are your friends. As Conversations with God said, you've been sent nothing but angels. They are angels to you. And in their ghosting you and cutting you off, you're now learning a new lesson. Now others are learning a new lesson because of your question. Now others are hearing this, and that's rippling out. The ripple of impact, the ROI on their behavior is powerful. So it's see it from a greater view, a broader view, a greater height, an expanded perspective, and just let go, surrender, try something different. And I believe if you can do that, you're going to find maybe they'll come back around. Maybe they'll get back on the bus of your life. Maybe not. Maybe, but that same energy, I can tell you this, I believe this wholeheartedly, 110%. If you can let it go and see this broader perspective that we're talking about here, I'm sharing here, and you can really embody that and send them love unconditionally from a distance, and not without a lot of attachment and need and want and loss and all those things, and trust and have faith that what they represented to you, the universe, God, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, can bring that same energy to you tenfold, 100-fold, a myriad of ways, even better than what you had with them. As Abraham-Hicks says, this or something better. You want to patch it up with them? Maybe so. Maybe that's best. Maybe it's not. This or something better, though. And if you can move into that energetic space and focus your attention elsewhere, then that is the formula, I believe, to achieve the best outcome. Because as long as we're giving a lot of energy to the problem, guess what we're holding into place? You got it, And with that being said, I'm going to actually share a clip from Abraham, and it is called "Let It Go and It Will Come Back in a Way That Pleases You." I found this on the Dewdrop 157 YouTube page. This is Abraham-Hicks. Take a listen.
So how about I'll just start with this then. I'm going to affirm more of things that are momentum going well for me. Okay, so.
Oh, you're gonna do a last-ditch effort of cleaning up your vibration before we start?
No. So I don't need to change. I don't need to clean up. You want me to just tell you then?
So what we would like to hear from you just briefly before you begin, because we're really not trying to control anything that you say or do here.
No worries.
Because we can't.
Yeah.
But it would be helpful. What do you think your general sense is? Is it one of eagerness? Your general sense in life these days, is it eagerness? Is it confusion? Is it question?
As a wholeness, or just this one subject?
Well, it isn't ever fair to try to isolate any point in time. Content. All right, that's good. All right, so we'll hear you.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We do.
All right. So I'll just go into it then. The one subject is it's the relationship situation, and I just want to feel good. I just want to trust that.
Now we really are happy that you're in the chair, and we want the outcome that you want, and are expecting it. Otherwise, we would not have called you forward.
Sure.
And it fits nicely with everything that we've been talking about, because it highlights so much that we've been talking about.
Absolutely. It covers it all.
So we just want to lay in here as an underpinning of what's coming next. That when you are living something that feels like a situation,
sure,
we're asking all of you, based upon what you just heard and what you know and what your own life experience has been showing you, is the conversation that you can feel that we are about to have about the details of what's going on, is that conversation going to be conducive to creating a vibrational environment that is going to serve him?
And I'm okay with that.
So what that means is I'm willing and ready, in fact decided, to continue to do the thing that does not work.
I'm going to attempt to speak in a way and feel in a way that I don't dig deeper, but I speak in a way of moving forward.
But if you've already identified that the outcome that you're living isn't satisfying what you believe that you've created, then reacting to the outcome can only negatively impact the point of attraction.
Sure.
In other words, so what's the point of it other than entertainment?
Well, but we don't have to do that, but there's confusion inside of me about justification and doubt and the balance between...
That's because you and almost everybody else you know have been talking about the issue, talking about it, perpetuating
sure.
it, rather than doing what you're wanting to do in order to get what you want.
Sure.
In other words, you just cannot get there from there. You
Sure.
cannot get there from there. And so what's required is finding something else to think about. Do you like to buy furniture?
My place is too small for that. I don't need furniture.
But you get our point? What is there anything that you like that is off that topic? Is there anything that you could focus upon that would let that topic rest? Because if you can let that topic rest, it'll peter out. If you can let it rest, it will peter out and it will stop being a player in your point of attraction. But if you keep talking about it, it'll stay alive and it'll keep being a player. It'll stay alive and it'll keep being a player, just like it is. It'll stay alive and it'll keep being a player.
So what's going to peter out?
taking your attention from it and putting your attention upon something else that's easy to feel good about. Do you like to buy furniture?
Nope. I like to surf.
But you get, do you?
I love to surf.
And so surfing is
freedom. Surfing is complete freedom. Surfing is interesting. Surfing is creative. Surfing is beauty. Surfing is freedom. Surfing is active. Surfing is energy.
Surfing is me. Only,
absolutely.
Surfing is me.
Yeah.
Only me.
Yeah.
Not that other person. Surfing is me. Only me. Learning my way with the natural elements.
But I know all that stuff.
Because the ocean isn't. Well, just hear us. We know you know it. We're not giving this to you so that you'll know it. We're giving it to you so that you'll feel good. Do you go get a massage and say, "Oh, I've had that before. I've had that before. I've had that before." You can skip that part. They do that every time. You can skip that part. I know that part will feel really, really good, but never mind.
But that's why I was going to start with the baseball stuff, because I was going to tell you how, you know what I mean? These things are flowing. I got momentum in this, blah, 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 blah.
Well, we know that's what you're going to do, and we're happy to talk about the baseball stuff. We want to hear anything that feels good to you, but before you go into the things that feel good to you, we first wanted to remind you that it is helpful to go into the things that feel good to you so that the things that don't feel good to you can peter out. But the things that don't feel good to you will never peter out as long as you're talking about them, as long as you're thinking about them. They won't go away. They will stay active, and they will keep saying, "Here's where you left me, here's where you left me, here's where you left me, here's where you left me. We know you don't like that, but here's more, here's more, here's more, here's more." And you sort of stubbornly said, "Abraham, I'm not getting out of this chair because I want to talk about that." And we know you want to talk about that, but talking about that is not what you want to talk about, because we know you want to get something different than that. And you won't get something different from that when you're talking about that. So you've got to find something else to feel about for a while. For quite a while. Till it's natural. So, getting back to the surfing, the reason we wanted to soothe you with this stuff that you already know, because when you find something that you know and you stay focused upon it, you practice the vibrational value of it, and you just shore it up. You just get more momentum, so that next time you're looking over there at that issue, you're looking at it from this place, not from that reactionary place. If we could get your surfer head on, if we could get your surfer energy going, if we could get your baseball head on and your baseball energy going, and then talk about that would still mess all that up right now. Because that's got strong momentum going. Did you follow that? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go to sleep. Let it become dormant. And you focus on who you are, and it is our promise to you. That will come back to you in a way that pleases you. But you can't get there from there.
Okay.
All right. So, first thing that jumped out at me, if you notice, this guy was kind of funny to me. First thing he said is how he was content, and then he went on to say how he wants to feel good in a relationship. But, hey, that's how it goes, right? That's part of the deal. We're like moving in and out of different feelings and energies at different times. And I think that's something that's really important, as we talked about on our last episode, actually, understanding that we're constantly shifting and changing. I may be completely content in one moment, and then as soon as I tune to my lack of a relationship, to compare what he's saying, then, he's now feeling he's not content, right? And so when you understand that all of these are just different, channels that you're tuning into, and you actually are the remote, it's a beautiful thing, instead of them just kind of coming and going sporadically all the time, which is how most people have lived their lives, right? Just it's like a madman has the controller and is just flipping the channels, and you don't realize, hold on, I can actually consciously choose what channel I tune into next. And so, yeah, that's that's one of my first thoughts upon hearing this. And Esther Abraham-Hicks does such a great job of, always pointing out, look, if you've identified that the outcome isn't satisfying reacting to the outcome can only negatively impact the point of attraction. It's back to the let there be light, like the center of the plant who wants the photons to get through to the center so it can be nourished. I'm not going to focus on all the photons that don't make it and collide. I'm not going to pay any attention to that. Let there be light, chanting, let there be light, refusing to be around, or focusing my attention any more than is ever necessary on anything that is out of alignment with what I want to see more of. I don't know if any of you have ever been around those people who you bring up something negative and they just sort of, it's almost like they didn't hear it. And this is something on my own journey that was really helpful to witness. And at first I thought, no, they're ignoring me or something. And then I realized, hold on, no, they're actually consciously choosing not to participate in the energy that I'm inviting them into. They're not taking the bait. And I think this is a really, really powerful, exercise that we can all start participating in, consciously saying, I'm not going to take the bait. I'm going to steer the conversation elsewhere. It's funny how she talked about the massage. It's not about knowing things just mentally. It's feeling it, right? It's a great example that she used there. And she also said, look, and if you keep coming back to these things over and over and over again, you're just feeding it, right? That's why it's better to find a way to tune elsewhere. There's plenty of channels to tune to, guys, right? Infinite. Because if you keep coming back to this one that hurts, that's painful, there it is. Here's where you left me. Oh, it's feeding time. It's like coming to the dog with you get the dog food out and the dog instantly knows and runs over like ready to devour, Oh, great. Here you come with more of your energy to feed me so I can continue on and to continue to keep at bay what you truly want to see more of in your life. So basically what you're saying is get distance between you and the issue. And then when you look at it, you'll come from a totally different perspective, right? Because over time, how many of you have had it? I can think back to a relationship many, many years ago and being, hung up on it and then, hung up on this person sort of, and then coming back over time and revisiting it. And it's like, oh, wow, I was really hung up at one time and it feels so different now. And, time, and space and distance and other things to focus on naturally evolve you into a different perspective, and you get distance from that issue in a way that really makes it much easier to look at in a healthy way, not with so much emotional charge. All right, well, I think that's my story, and I think I'm sticking to it. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope this, Jen, has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I know it's helped me, and I'm sure it's helped others, and for that, your friends have continued to be angels in your lives and ours, right? What angels will come next? I don't know. Whatever will show up, I'm going to wrap my hands around, as Matt Kahn says. Whatever arises, love that. And by the way, that the forthcoming interview with him is epic. It's great. It's been recorded and it'll come out soon. He's awesome. Highly recommend checking his work out if you haven't. All right. That being said, I have my friend David here, aka The Human Experience, that I'd like to share with you a song that seemed appropriate. It's called I Like You, and it's featuring Saint Sinner. Hope you guys like it, love it as much as I do. Until next time, journey well. Love you all. Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.
I like you. I like. I like you. I like. I like you. I have found another planet, and now it seems to be so flattered. I found you arms length away. I like. I am just another planet. I like you. Just you. I like you. Just you. I like you. I have found another planet, and now it seems to be so flattered. I found you arms length away. I am just another planet. I like you. I have found another planet. And now it seems to be so flattered. I found you arms length away. I am just another planet. I like you. I like you. I like you. I am just another. I am just another.